Autobots, transform!
Alright, Transformers family, welcome back to another episode of George Reviews. I am an 80s Transformer fan, and today on George Reviews, we'll be taking a look at Transformers Kingdom War for Cybertron Trilogy Cyclonus. And my biggest question is, why is he not in the 1984 Studio Series line? But anyway, we'll try to unravel that mystery as we take a look at the packaging. Here he is in this smaller window box packaging of the Kingdom Deco. There's Cyclonus in his robot mode and in his jet Cybertronian, Unicronian jet mode. He is a Voyager class figure, says that on the side of the box. Turning around is a product shot of Cyclonus in both modes, wielding his, I guess his one accessory, his gun. And this side of the box has the artwork for all the figures, or most of the figures in this part of the saga. So now, wait, there's nothing on the bottom, a little bit on the top, the Decepticon logo. But now I'm going to get Cyclonus open, and we are going to take a look at this figure as I unbox, as usual, on camera. I think I just ruined that. Slide Cyclonus out of the box, and I learned something about these Kingdom figures. Here is this warning label. Nothing further in Cyclonus's box. He's packed with his instruction sheet right here. Take a quick look at that. It's done in green for whatever reason. Transformation steps, and that is about it. In the last figure I had, I learned that this collector's card, try not to ruin this one, when I did Beast Megatron, that this little collector card is not just a collector's card, but this side is a sticker that you can peel off. I'm not, and then reveal more, but I don't want to peel it off. But I did not realize that, and a viewer told me that, and I am grateful. And on this collector's card, it looks like Cheetor or Dinobot. It says right there, Dinobot. Predacon, and it's pretty cool. Has a little chromey shimmering effect to it. It is pretty cool, but I am not going to peel it off. I'm going to leave it as is. And on to Cyclonus. He is tied down in this little stage like a faux Studio Series box type deal thing. I wonder what's up with that. Why they get so elaborate with the packaging. So cut this guy free. There's a lot of tie-downs, anti-theft, safety, secure, whatever you want to call them. There's a lot on this dude. Some of them won't have any, and then some of them like got a ton. I guess the last one, maybe. Nope, one at the waist. Always miss one. Cyclonus is free. Get him stand up. Get his weapon loose. And so far, including this gun, this is the most official animation screen movie 86 accurate Cyclonus I have ever seen. And immediately I noticed something that bums me out about the gun. The gun is purple and painted silver. Like, for the life of me, I don't like it when they do that, and I don't understand when they do that. It is so stupid because they use silver plastic on Cyclonus. So why not just mold the gun in silver, and I don't have to worry about it scuffing, banging, dropping, and the silver coming off to reveal the purple gun. I really don't like it when they do that. But here is Cyclonus. Let's take a look, shall we? Take a look at his head sculpt and his face. Looks pretty good. The little ears are like a little tight to me on the top of his head. Seem like they should. I'm just checking to see if they come out. See if they come out a little bit more. And he's supposed to have some type of light piping. I did not know that, but the places they choose to put the light piping most of the time does not allow for much light piping. See, I'm going to block it. I guess it changes just a little bit, but it's not much light piping going through there. And it's like an amber, I don't know, reddish orange. I don't know. It's just, why wouldn't it just be red? I don't know. The face looks excellent. The helmet over the head looks a little bit small to me. There he has a tampographed on Decepticon faction insignia. And here's some more of that amber oranges like translucent plastic in the figure. I guess, you know, if they use it in one place, they use it over. They're not going to give you two different translucent plastics. They're just going to take the same one and put it all over. Then coming down to his thighs, he has like a gray pearlescent plastic here, and then a painted over purple. I don't even know what color this is. It's like a bronzish gray, and it's painted over the purple plastic. It's like, why didn't they just use this same plastic all the way down to the knee? And then when we get back to the knee, we get the same plastic back. And then again, like I say, this stuff will scuff off. I don't get it. And they did it again on the arms. Let's take a look right here. We got the gray paint over, and then we got the gray plastic up. And then the hands are gray, and they're molded pretty nicely, by the way. But man, I just don't get that. Continuing on, has some metallic kneecaps with a secondary paint app in the middle here, 2 different purples. Count the leg, 3 different purples of plastic. Then his toenails are done, and mine has a little bit of a bleed right here, a little bit of imperfection. The bottom of his feet, back of his legs are all sealed up. Nope, there's some hollowing right there. And again, I don't understand why they didn't just use the same plastic all the way down. And his back. Alright, we done took a look at this figure. I done complained about the things I don't like already. Probably don't want to hear that. So, let's take a look at this articulation. Cyclonus' head 360s. I can't see what type of joint is in there. Looks to be a ball joint. He can't look down at all. He can look up just to here. That's cool. And he can rock side to side. That is actually cool. Right there. I just wish he can look down. Coming to his shoulder, you have to unhinge his side wing. I think it's supposed to be unhinged. I think, does he display like this? No, they fold up. That's right. I have forgotten. Cyclonus 360s at that shoulder. He can get, there's a hinge, a weird joint. It's a joint on top of the shoulder that allows him to get his arm outside to side. No matter how weird it is, just happy it's there. And he can fully 360 that arm out to the side. You can see that joint in. It's actually some molded in detail to the joint. Coming to his bicep, he has a bicep swivel. It would 360, but this is banging the back of this piece right here. So that's not getting 360 out. That's a little bit hindered, but I guess you can get as far as you need to for posability. His arm comes up a little bit over 90. Coming to his hand and wrist, we get 360 out of that. Most likely I see a compartment. It probably collapses and folds up. There's some type of compartment here. Can't get it open. Might be a transformation problem. Oh, come on. Yeah, I was just curious. Yep, we got a little swivel in and swivel out, and that will be important later during transformation. So, and that's pretty solid right there. I like that. I like this little forearm. So, and coming to his waist, and surprisingly, I saw the aesthetic right here, and I figured it wasn't broke up, but they put it down lower. He has a waist swivel, which is cool. His legs can come out this far to the sides, this far to the back. Excellent range of motion there. Upper thigh swivel. It's a little bit tight. We saw that cut earlier when I was complaining. Knee bend. He can do all type of stuff like this. And coming to his foot, and he has a bit of a rock. Yeah, okay, I guess that's yeah, he can get a wide stance. Yeah, and that is the articulation portion of the review. I will jump into what he can really do in just a second. I'm going to get his weapon out here and take a look at that before I get to his pose down. And here is the animation accurate, pretty much animation accurate gun. It's a damn shame that it's painted over. I can actually see a little bit of the purple bleed, like in the joints from the purple color, which I wish they hadn't used. But anyway, get that into Cyclonus's hand. Check them out. Then, because of these figures, like from Siege till now, oh man, it's a tight fit. You can port this gun anywhere. I'm not going to stick it everywhere, but he has a port here. A port in the back of his back. I'm sure that's for transformation mode. Port on the sides of his legs. I guess he can holster the gun down there if he chose to. After I said I wasn't going to do it, and I just did it. And he has a port underneath his arm, so he can go Galvatron style and wield it on his arm. So that is an option if you choose that option. Now, like I always say, articulation is only as good as the poses you can get a figure in, which is my dramatic build up for the pose down segment and montage of my review. So here we go. All right, after posing Cyclonus around a little bit, I'm discovering this is a really, really cool figure. And I also discovered this little panel folds down right there, I guess to give him a more cartoon accurate look. Well, man, I didn't even notice that. And I don't even, what's cooler, to leave the panels out like this or to fold them back? I think he was drawn with them folded back most of the time, like behind him like this. But the panels are so cool that you can kind of leave them out a little bit. And I like it like both ways. So let's move on to Cyclonus' transformation. I talked about the blaster, right? I talked about the blaster. The gun out of his hand, and let's start to get this guy transformed. Start with his hand, if I can find that panel again. I think this is the top. Man, that's a hard panel. His plastic is very, very sturdy. This thing isn't cheap at all. I think I said that in another review. This is a nice figure. Sorry. He is well built, and I can barely pull that panel out. Man, oh, goes this way. Only goes in one way. And we have that. I am going to, all right, open this hinge right here, which opens up the chest. And it's like a double hinge, like you hinge it and then, oh, that came open. So that's next. And then you hinge this part up again. It's double hinged and it comes up for more clearance. Then open this part of the chest. And I think the top part as well. All right, we got the whole chest opened up. If you can see what I did, I'm going to rotate it around to get his head to tuck away. Now we got some origami going on. So this part opens up to reveal the cone of the jet, and then it opens up yet again to reveal the very tip. All right, there it is. Get the very tip out. You close that up, then you snap that down, and we got the very tip of the jet. Then close this up, rotate this stuff around. We got to get into his leg compartment. I can, like, this thing is made very well. I know I said it, I'm gonna say it again. The plastic is not flopping anywhere, which is like over tight. Okay, open this up, fold his foot up, bring this open, close that over the back of the foot. Come over here and repeat the beat. Put that in there. Bam, bam. Then you got to collapse the leg just a hair into the lower leg, the thigh. Collapse the thigh into the lower leg. Trying to get a good grip on it. All right, collapse that, and you can see these tabs plug in right here, and they tab together too. Probably should have did that first. All right, you can see this big tab right there where I kind of screwed that up. All right, bam, we got that in there. Now we lock the arms in. There is a port right here and a tab right there. We just swing that around and lock it in. And same thing on this side. We're going to repeat the beat. Swing that around and tab it in. And this thing tabs in right here. Same thing on this side. Boom, and then unfold this panel again that I discovered. Hey, I discovered something before the video was over. Alright, I think I got it all tabbed in. I got a little bit of a gap right here. Not sure if that's how it goes down, or I could have did that better. But you know my transformations are not official and not by the book, and we don't use instructions on this channel. But here is Cyclonus in this Unicronian cyber jet mode, and it looks pretty cool. And it's pretty much cleaned up. I mean, you can see the kneecaps, but you know, where else are they gonna go? Maybe they could have added another panel to have them flip away again, but that would have made it like masterpiece level. And the transformation is pretty much a masterpiece level transformation. Everything folded away and folded out. It is pretty cool. All right, one thing I don't like, I kind of thought it was a little bit of the light, but my paint right here is a different color, metallic purple than right here. But it's not the same on the other side, so it might have been just a factory screw up or something that got a little bit heavy on mine right here. And then there's a little bit of an imperfection right here. But his Cybertronian Unicronian jet mode looks amazing. It's very cartoon and cartoon movie accurate. As the amber cockpit windows, I don't think it opens. Nope, it doesn't open, but it looks great. And he also has some landing gear, boom, right here. And these are pretty much just stands to stand them up in jet mode, because the wheels do not move or roll or anything like that. It's just molded in. And when I say molded in, they're slightly molded in. But he looks great. Look at the back. Look how well it cleans up. Looks like, what, 4 engines back there. The wings look good. He looks good from the side. This is a good looking toy in both modes. As far as play features in this mode, I mean, other than landing gear, that's all you got. He's not going to roll, but it looks good. The tip of the nose is hard plastic. It's all hard plastic. It's not that kitty stuff. It's not a little rubber thing. And I don't know if maybe I did that wrong. Somebody always tells me you could have got it the panel in better, but you can kind of see it broke up just a little bit. It's not bad, but again, it could be my transformation. Oh, you take the weapon and plug it in right on top, a la Target Master. You think they could have gave us a Target Master? Considering this isn't the '86 movie version, but they could have gave us a Target Master. Third parties are probably going to give us a Target Master, but this thing looks good. It is a nice size. It looks amazing. It's better than the Generation 1, and I've been saying that a lot lately. These guys are surpassing the G1. I've always loved my G1 guys and always will, but I mean, you get the G1 look, you get the cartoon look, and you get modern day articulation out of these figures, which is very cool. So I am going to go for the Generation 1 toy right now. Here is the, oh, it's a little bit dusty. Here is my Generation 1 Cyclonus. While it still looks great, this thing looks even better. The translucent windows is the killer. This is the kicker. This mold is barely raised up. I mean, you got to kind of guess. It almost looks like a grin. but this is done way better. This is amazing. Not that anything's wrong with this. And this is the rubber tip I spoke of before. It's bendy. I better stop bending it before it crack. It's 30 years old. His little landing gear actually rolls from back in the day, but you can see his knees just hiked up and his face just hanging out. Yeah, we've come a long way, baby, a long way. Okay, real quick, I want to bring out Earthrise Starscream and see the modern F-15. Is this still F-15 or is it just some F-15-ish jet? And to see how these guys compare in jet mode and scale with each other. I was never too thrilled about I think this could have been executed a lot better. Yeah. Alright, this Cyclonus is a far superior toy. Far superior. Like I said, I mean he's like Studio Series quality, and that may be what they are without the logo and name being splashed on the box. But this is a much better toy than this. Not just everybody got Cyclonus back in his robot mode. Moving on. And I noticed a couple things. A lot of things I missed to the videos over because I do a straight out of the box review. No excuses. But the little gapping in his legs. I don't know if it was like that earlier, but I believe the legs, I don't know if I did it earlier. They collapsed down. I didn't watch the video back yet. But they collapsed down to cover that space just in case I didn't do that earlier. So there's that. And it was one more thing that I noticed. Oh, the wings. Like I was trying to make a decision about the wings, whether they folded back or to the front. But in the cartoon animation, he was seen with them folded to his back and to the front. I just left them folded to the back because I'm so used to the G1. By the way, here's the G1 getting ready for the size up in the rundown. Because his wings are folded to his back. So I left it like that, but he was seeing both ways. I like it better like this. But in the cartoon, I'm going to put some pics on the screen. He was actually seeing sporting his wings both ways in the cartoon. And we all know it was inconsistent, but I think it was done like this most of the time. But let's get ready for the size up and a rundown. Here is Cyclonus with his Generation 1 counterpart, the blue-eared version. Here he is with Earthrise Skywarp. Here he is with G1 Bombshell. Don't give me no shit. He was Skywarp and not Bombshell. I'm just putting it out here. Here he is next to Siege Ultra Magnus. And here he is with Generation 1 Ultra Magnus. Here he is next to Fembot Combiner Orthea. Here he is with Bill Lambert. Wait, what? And last but not least, here he is with 86 Studio Series Hot Rod. And these guys look pretty good together. Well, okay, I want to wrap it up here and tell you that this is an excellent figure. This is one of the best Transformers I handled in a long time. He is really, really good. I think it's even better than Beast Megatron from the same line. This figure is solid all the way around. He only has this little bit of hollowing right here, and that's not bad at all. Everything cleaned up, tapped in very, very well. When I was transforming it back, it was even hard to pop the tabs loose. It was locked in solid. This is a very well made figure. If you see Cyclonus, I suggest you pick him up. Whether you're a G1 fan, whether you're a Siege, Earthrise, now Kingdom fan, this is a very, very well done figure. So I want to thank everybody for watching another episode of George Reviews, the reviews where every toy has a story.